Well, I've been to Africa twice now. The first time I went, I was in Uganda, and I got to spend 3 months there. And it was, I was a teacher while I was there, and it was an amazing experience because I got to work with some child soldiers because Ugandans had that huge civil war, and they had the child soldiers, and they would take kids as young as like 2 or 3, and they would have to serve in the rebel army for years at a time. And so I had students who were older than I was because they had gone so long without being in school. But I didn't really choose Africa. Africa chose me. It's always something I've wanted to do since I was a teenager, and I didn't get to go to Africa for the first time until I was 23. So it was a dream that I carried for like 7 years until it finally came to fruition. And the first time I stepped off the plane in Uganda and I set foot on African soil, it was just like, I knew I was at home, and I just completely fell in love with 750 million people, you know. I remember in Burkina, we went to an orphanage right before I flew back to the United States, and I got to play with the babies, which was so much fun. But they handed me a baby that I thought was a preemie at first because he was so tiny, but it turns out that he was actually 2 months old and he weighed 3 pounds. And so I just remember sitting there holding this tiny, tiny human and wondering if he would live through the week, and just marveling at how different my life was from his. And I remembered something that I had learned in college, that one of my professors had told me, that the opposite of love is not hate, the opposite of love is indifference. Yeah, hunger has a face, and poverty has a face. You can't be indifferent anymore, it's not an option. Love is a verb. It's an action, and if I am really to love the way that Christ loved, and do it sitting in front of my TV, I have to show the love of Jesus Christ rather than just talk about it.